Hi, aloha, Annie here. Just had a really super fun session at Guardrails. I took out my 4-5 KT prone board with my unifoil, progression 140, and 14.5 tail, and medium fuse. I had a good session. I wouldn't say it was my favorite session. It's been quite some time since I've been over to Guardrails in Lahaina. I would say today is April 1st. Ooh, April 1st. Today is April 1st, so I usually start transitioning from winter surf to summer surf, and wintertime I'm in Ka'alui Harbor, and so today was just a day back to the south side at Guardrails. So some lessons learned are definitely going to change the board next time. It's not my favorite board to ride there. I need a lighter board, and that one is 35 liters. So I definitely want to do a lighter board. Oh, I see my friend. It's a small island, so people stop and say hi while you're driving. Okay, so my lessons learned are definitely going to take a shorter and lighter board next time. I have two others that are smaller than that. I have a 4-3, and that one is 31 liters, also another KT board. And I also have my favorite one, which is a 4-1 28 liter board, and it definitely requires a lot of paddling and a little bigger wave because the board is so small. But I swear that's probably my ultimate board. So I think next time I'll just go for the shortest board, even though I'll suffer with the paddling. But I think once I jump up, I'm just going to be able to fly a lot faster. So I'm going to definitely try that. So the recap for the day. So I always like to try to think in my head while I'm out there, like the things that I'm working on. So when I was paddling out, it looked like a sort of small day. So the first thing that I was working on was just getting my mind set for the surf session. Like, I knew it wasn't going to be a super long session. There was only one of my friends, Ken, out, and this other guy on a Barracuda stand-up board. So it wasn't crowded, and so I was just, pretty calm and not like worried about trying to charge for the waves and be in a crowded lineup. So it was pretty mellow. And my first wave I popped up onto my knees. So this is one of my most horrible habits, but at the same time, that horrible habit of jumping up to my knees has gotten me to prone. So I can't say it's a horrible habit. I think it's just a habit that I formed when I am a little afraid. So today I was just maybe a little fearful about trying a new spot again. Even though I love Guardrails, I haven't surfed it for months, and I just, was getting a little intimidated again. But I jumped up to my knees, and then the second wave I did the same thing. And so by the third wave, I was having the self-talk. I have been practicing my pop-up at home on the grass, on my yoga mat, at my Grand Wailea aqua board class. I've been practicing my pop-up so that I can transfer that memory to my actual prone foil sessions. And so I immediately just switched that mindset and said, Annie, you know how to pop up. Just do it. This is not scary. The waves are not that big, so just do it. And I did it. Yay! Woo woo! So I was like so stoked because I like immediately changed my mindset and just started popping up. And then because the waves weren't that exciting for me, the waves were like, 6-second rides, maybe 10 seconds. I mean, once again, my goal is to pump back out and catch another wave, or I'm just not going to have fun catching 6-second waves. At my level of catching 2-minute and 3-second waves, it's really hard to go back to catching 7-second waves. So I was just really stoked, and I was like, wow, I'm going to catch as many waves as possible, and I'm going to pop up every single time. And I totally did that. So yay! I would probably say that I caught probably 18 waves. I'm going to check it on my Dawn Patrol app when I'm not driving. And there's my friend Rob again. Hi, Rob! And so okay, now we are going again. I was really stoked about that. The other thing that I'm really excited about Guardrails is that I have this whole other crew of my bestest friends who I met through foiling during the pandemic. And we had such a special time together. Our island of Maui was shut down for 7 months completely. It was so hard for anyone to travel and fly in to visit us. So all of our beaches, all of our roads, everything was just it was just our own time. And most of us, including myself, weren't working. So we foiled every single day for 7 months. And so you can only imagine we became so close. And so that's why Guardrails holds like such a special place in my heart, because we went through life together and we all just really progressed in our foil sport, which is really exciting. And it's because of those guys at Guardrails who motivated me and also encouraged me to prone foil, because I started out with a sup foil and I'd be all the way on the outside because the prone foilers would have to catch a steeper wave on the inside, so I was always on the outside. But they looked like they were having so much fun, and they're like, come on, Annie, get rid of that paddle. And I was like, I don't know if I can do that like they did. But I finally got the courage after, I should have done it earlier, but after maybe, after 2 years of foiling at Guardrails, I finally ditched the paddle and I never went back. One day I'll go back. I think I tried it a few times on a Barracuda, but it wasn't for me. The freedom that I get from prone foiling is so amazing. It's like you have the least amount of resistance, and the flight on the foil is so smooth and so fast. So I'm going probably about anywhere slow is like 15 miles per hour and up to about 23 miles per hour. So I would say when I'm going about 20 miles per hour on foil, I'm having the time of my life. And that is just, you will never be able to experience anything like foiling until you just try it. So I really hope you are motivated to try out foiling, and any type of foiling. You can go on an e-foil, on a foil drive. If someone invites you on their boat and takes you wake foiling, just say yes. Definitely wear a lot of protective gear. But I sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, recommend foiling so much, because I think it is just life-changing for you to experience something completely out of your comfort zone and challenging physically, that you will be so addicted to learning something new and always improving. So I actually translate that addiction to my life, always just, trying something new and improving. I think it's so healthy for us to do that and be able to reflect on that. So thank you so much for listening, and I hope to see you soon. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to foil at Ka'a tomorrow on the North Shore because it's predicted the waves are going to get big. So I'll keep you posted. Anyways, have a super awesome day and keep on foiling or think about foiling, and I'll catch you soon. Aloha.